All right, let's add to our table of contents. Page 2, 7-3 is going to be perimeter of polygons WP, and WP stands for word problems. All right, so we're going to do number 1. We're going to find the perimeter of a regular pentagon if one of its sides measures 3x squared minus 8. So the first thing I want you to do is to draw a picture. Now, in order for you to draw a picture, you need to know what these two words mean, regular and pentagon. So if you don't know what to do, Google it. Figure out what a pentagon is. We talked about what the word regular means in geometry before, in the last video. And in geometry, regular means that all the sides of the shape are equal. So penta means 5, so it's going to be a 5-sided figure. So let's draw that. Now what's great is that even though your drawing may not look like it's regular, all you have to do is put these little congruent marks on here, and that means all the sides are equal. So they tell us that the sides are 3x squared minus 8. And so like in our previous video, when all the sides are equal, instead of adding this 5 times, we can actually just multiply it by the number of sides. So it's going to be 5 times 3x squared minus 8. So let's distribute the 5. So it's going to go 5 times 3. And that 5 times 3 gives us 15x squared. Now let's multiply the 5 times the negative 8, or the minus 8, and that gives us minus 40. So our perimeter of the regular pentagon is 15x squared minus 40. Try 1b on your own. Notice that the shape has changed. All right, for number 2, we're going to find the perimeter of a rhombus if one of its sides measures x squared minus 4x plus 7. So again, we're going to start by drawing a picture. So you need to know what a rhombus is. If you don't know what it is, Google it. So a rhombus this is a horrible drawing, but it'll work, is basically, if you, one way I hear people describe it is a crooked square. And so that means that all 4 sides are the same, but it's not a square because it doesn't have the right angles. So it's a crooked square. So it's x squared minus 4x plus 7. All 4 sides have that measurement. And so like in the last problem, since all the sides are the same, we're just going to take 4 and distribute it into the side length. So we're going to go 4 times x squared. And so when there's no number in front, it's really just a 1. So it's just 4 times 1 gives us 4x squared. Now take 4 times the minus 4. It's going to give us minus 16x. And the last one, 4 times 7, is going to give us a positive 28. So our perimeter of our rhombus is equal to 4x squared minus 16x plus 28. Try 2b on your own. Don't forget to draw the picture. All right, for number 3, we're going to find the perimeter of the parallelogram with 2 consecutive sides that measures x minus 4 and x squared plus 2x. So we're looking for a parallelogram, so draw the picture. And a couple things to remember about a parallelogram are that the opposite sides are congruent. And so we have this word consecutive. And so consecutive means one right after the next. So they're going to tell us that the first side here is x minus 14, and so a consecutive side would be the next one. And so what's great is that you could put the x squared plus 2x here, or you can actually put it over here and it doesn't matter because the opposite sides are the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put that over here also. And I'm going to move the x minus 4 up because the opposite sides are equal. And so now that I know all four sides, I can find the perimeter. So it's going to be x squared plus 2x plus x minus 14 plus x squared plus 2x plus x minus 14. And now I just start combining my like terms. And so since I have an exponent of 2 here, we're going to start with that. So I'm going to take x squared and x squared. So remember, when there's no number in front, it's a 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2x squared. And again, notice that the exponent didn't change. Now we'll combine our x's. 2x plus x, 2x plus x. So 2 and 1 gives us 3x. This would also be 3x. And then the 3x and the 3x is going to give us a 6x. And now we have our minus 14 and minus 14. So when the signs are the same, you keep the sign and then add the numbers. And so we would get 28. So the perimeter of the polygon would be 2x squared plus 6x minus 28. Try 3b on your own. All right, for the last one, if a rectangle is 5 times as tall as its width, how could you express the perimeter? So draw your picture of a rectangle. And so let's go ahead and call this the width. And so it's 5 times as tall as it is wide. So it's just going to be a 5w. And so since it's a rectangle, that means its opposite sides are congruent. So we also know that this is w. And that would make this opposite side here also 5w. And so now we're just looking for the perimeter. And so it's just going to be 5 plus w plus 5w plus w. So you just combine your like terms. So here the 5 and the 1 is going to give us 6w. 5 and the 1 is going to give us 6w. And 6 and 6 is going to give us 12w. So the perimeter of this rectangle would be 12w. Try 4b on your own.